Hey everybody, so we're back to video number 3. It's a bit cold outside, so I'm doing the intro inside just before we start. So we're going to hopefully finish spraying the door today, spray the boot. I did a poll the other day for black or red mirrors. You guys voted and it was quite overwhelming black, so we fitted the other black cap there. See that one done. Now I did order new dynamic repeaters, however they didn't fit, so I've sent them back. I'm going to try and get hold of a new set, but like I say, door today, we'll hopefully get that done, get the boot lid, get that sorted. Now before I get started, I have a question for you guys. Take a look at this. So this is the next thing we need to do on the van. Just try and get that to focus in there. So you see here, it's actually cracked through the metal. So that's fine, I can sort that out. We're going to get it started. However, the question I have, do I need to weld it? So let me know in the comments below. It's been overwhelming, the reactions we've had so far. We've had over 250 new subscribers off the last video alone. So let's get going. Now you've seen me mask up last time, so I'm not going to make you watch that all again. I've just done it straight away. So let's get cracking. We're going to give it a quick sand and then see where we go from there, I suppose. So last time we filled and primed this, and there was a couple of bits I weren't happy with. So I've just smoothed those out, and there's one bit that's gone back to bare metal. So I'm just going to stick a bit of etch primer on there before we start doing the painting and the priming, just to make sure I'm 100% happy with the work I do. It's not going to be perfect, but I've got to give it a go, and if I've got to give it a go, I want it to be the best it can be. If you're still with us, enjoy today's video, make sure you go and hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you click the bell so you get updated when I give you my next videos. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take the boot panel off so that we can get the boot release out. Sorry, I don't know if the lighting's any good, but I'm going to have to deal with it. So we can get the boot release out so we can get that sprayed up. So got two T20 bolts up in here. Right, once they're out, we need to get our plastic trim removal tool and start popping some clips off. So we're going to start at the back and then work our way around. Just like that, eh? Now, so what we're going to need, we've got to get the little electrical connector out for the motor. That one in there, hopefully that'll do. If not, we'll go get the little screwdriver. Right, that's that off. So, that's not even what I want, that's the wiper motor. Wrong one. I want that one off. Like that. A bit bigger bolt this time, or? Nope. So it just looks like 3 T20 bolts. These aren't the greatest torque set, but they were cheap on Amazon. I think I only paid about 12 quid for them. So if anybody has any recommendations for a good torque screwdriver set, let me know. Right, so looks like it's locked in and it has to go counterclockwise. So this is going to be my little paint booth here, just to try and keep the wind off it. So first things first, you've got to try and get this off here to keep the badge. Now I have brought another one in case I break it getting it off, but yeah, let's try and get that off. Right, so we got it off, pretty much all clips still intact. So next thing to do, we'll sand that down, mask up the bits we don't want to paint, and then we'll get a coat of plastic primer on it. Right, change of plan. This is not coming off very well with 240, so I'm going to get some 180. So I got a bit of 180 from the old DIO stuff, so we'll try that, see if we can get that to come up better. Now I know I'm using white spirit, but when I went to the body shop, they didn't have a panel prep or anything like that. So then I had a look on the internet, and it said the next best thing is white spirit. So we're giving it a go with that. Right, a couple more areas I need to clean up here, and then we'll get a lighter grit on it. Now there's some quite deep scratches actually in the plastic, I'm guessing from stuff like fingernails and keys over the years. So we're not going to go too deep into the plastic, but as long as there's no loose paint on, we're going to go with that, just to make it look good. So alright, so I'm not going to have enough time to paint the boot lid before I do the door, because I'm running out of daylight. So what I've done is I've done a spray out, show you there, with a couple of coats of primer underneath, just on some cardboard. Now I know it's not going to be the same texture or anything, but hopefully it'll give me a good indication that the colour matches. So have a look at there. So that's a pretty good colour match. So what that means is fine grit on the door, and then we go for the colour. So we'll see how it pans out. Okay, so if I'm honest, this bit is the bit I'm most nervous about and have been most nervous about all the way through. So I'm going to put some heat on the panel because it's only about 5 degrees out here. Not too much heat, I just want it a bit warm, using the missus' hairdryer, so be in trouble for that. Then we'll spray some colour. Yay! Well, here we go. Well, right now, it's, I don't know if it shows, it looks quite orange peely, but we'll give it 25 minutes to dry. While that's drying, we'll put on a coat of red primer on the boot release. So I'm not 100% happy with how the spray is coming out the tin, but there's nothing really I can do about that. Yeah, like I say, it's really cold as well. So, and I'm not 100% happy with how the paint is on the panel, but we're going to give it another go. Give it another coat, let that one dry, see how that one looks, and then probably we'll have to wet and dry it back, try and get some shine out of it, try and get rid of some of the orange peel, but we'll see how it goes. So while that dries, let's get back to the boot lid. So we've got two choices. I'm not really sure what one I do. Basically, I mean, the coverage is good, so we've got good coverage on the panel. The paint's touch dry now, no fingerprints. It's got a bit of orange peel though. So my two choices are, and I'm running out of time, it's getting cold, it's getting dark, well, it's getting colder. So I can try and gently wet sand it. The problem is I don't know if the paint is too soft for that. It's been there for about an hour curing. I've had the hairdryer on it a little bit, so do I give it a slight little wet sand, then lacquer it, then leave it sort of 3 days or so for the lacquer to harden, and then wet sand that and buff it? Or do I lacquer it now with the finish it's got? I'll get the camera and I'll show you what finish it has got. The problem is I don't know if this is going to pick up on camera very well, but yeah, it's got orange peel, so I've got a feeling I try and wet sand it, but I don't want to up. The problem is if I don't wet sand it and then I lacquer it, I'm not going to be able to get that stuff out, am I? So I'm going to give it a little bit more time to cure. I'm going to put the boot mechanism back in. That's not cured properly yet, but I can't close the boot without that. So I'm going to put that in and then decide what I do. So basically a reverse of what we did to get it to come out. So yeah, let's give it a go. I've not put the emblem back on yet because, like I say, the lacquer's not properly cured and I don't want to mess it up. So now we nip them all up. We'll plug her back in and see if she undoes the boot, shall we? Perfect. So let's have a quick look at the colour match there. See, she's pretty spot on. If I've walked into the tow bar once today, I've walked into it 50 times. Done. So one of two things are going to happen right now. You're either going to be saying, yep, you're doing the right thing, or you're going to be screaming at your screen telling me not to do this. But I'm going to try and really lightly wet sand this to try and get some of the orange peel off. It's not too bad now, but I want it to be a better finish. I may cut this up, it may work wonders, so here's fingers crossed. Was I right or wrong to do that? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, well, it's getting too dark to film now, so you're gonna have to come back next time and see how it turns out. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. Peace.